Guys, I've absolutely been loving my new journey into Vocaloid songs, and so today we're of course going to keep that going, and we're going to dive into, I think, the very first song that I got introduced to from that very first video we did together, and that was World Is Mine by Rio. And I believe the way this is done, if I'm figuring this out correctly, is that Rio would be the producer, and then Miku, or Hatsune Miku, however you want to say it, is like the voice bank that was created to be the vocals of you, if you will, of this song. I think that's how it works, is what it sounds like. So I'm very excited to dive into this. I remember hearing just that little split 10 seconds of it from that first video, and I love the song immediately. And which is really cool, actually, is I think that this is also the exact same video that they pulled as that portion I heard in that video too. It looks like it's like a live concert called Supercell, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I'm very curious, though. This is going to be really fun, I feel like. So let's go ahead and dive in this and see what this is all about. Here we go. It's so cool. How do they bring her to life like that? Oh, this is so cool. Oh my gosh, the entire band is live. That is wild to me. The fact that you have an entire live band there basically performing for this like animated, almost like animatronic, not really animatronic, no, she's fully animated. It's like, how do you describe her? It's like she's an animated VTuber brought to life or something like that on stage like this. And people are going nuts for it. I mean, look at the crowd here supporting this singing. It's not even a singer. She's basically a voice bank, and people are loving it. It's so, this stuff is so fascinating to me. It's crazy that something like this is so popular and people love it so much. Like, and I think it comes down to the fact that I think it's just the impressiveness behind it. The fact that this is all basically created through music production, and the fact that, like I said, you basically created a voice from a synthesizer in a way to make Miku who she is to this day. And I think that's just so fascinating to me. And I think that's why people love it so much, because it's so different. I think it's the same reason why people loved K-pop and still do to this day. It's probably the same thing with like J-pop and whatnot. It's so different, so unique from anything else in the world. Like, most pop these days, you're going to get your Ed Sheerans, you're going to get your Justin Biebers and whatnot from, most probably around the country and whatnot, You're going to get people that are similar in that aspect. But anything J-pop and K-pop related is so different, with this different amounts of different genres incorporated. I think it's the same thing with this, where because it's so fascinating that it's not even a real voice singing to us, but in our ears, that's what we perceive, it's why people love it, because to anybody's ears, this is just a normal song. This is basically just a rock song with basically almost like a VTuber singer leading it. But when you dive into it deeper and realize it's not actually a real voice, that's the thing that makes people love it. Because they're like, oh my god, it's so different, it's so unique. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'm already talking too much. Sorry, let's keep going. The crowd's singing with her! This is amazing! so good. I love this. I love this because it fits her also so well, because she starts off the chorus immediately with, I'm the number one princess in the whole wide world, and then pretty much continues to go through the entire song basically saying the reason why you should treat her like a princess and that you should be the only person for her, like going into the saying, you know, now, if we go back, I guess a little bit more here, let's see, like here, I just want to feel from the heart that I want you to feel from the heart that I'm the best for you. Basically, her going on and persuading basically the entire world, saying like, you know, hey, look, I am the best thing for you. I am a motherfucking princess. You're going to treat me like a princess. And then kind of like follows it up with like almost like demands of being like a princess, saying like, now I want something sweet to eat right now. So go get it for me. Like, hey, chop, chop, let's go. I want something sweet. Let's go. So it's like, I want you to basically treat me like the princess that I am and love me for everything I am. And that's so funny and so great because it matches that idea of like, let's say this, you know, the fact that her character is supposed to be like a 16-year-old, I guess almost like, I'm trying to remember, like, I didn't really read too much into it, but I know she's supposed to be like represented as like a 16-year-old girl or something like that. I think probably from Japan or something like that. So it matches the idea of like a 16-year-old girl, you know, going into relationships for the first time and wanting to be treated like the princess that, you know, maybe her dad has already, you know, kind of introduced to her from a young age or whatnot. I don't know, but I love it. It matches in so on point. It's so sick. Damn! Oh, spinning it around now, saying, you know, don't run me off as selfish, because I can make it on my own. So she's taking it now in an even deeper perspective of saying, hey, you know what? I want to be treated like a princess, and that might make me seem like I'm being selfish, but just remember, as much as I want to be treated like a princess, I can make it on my own. And it's actually really cool because you kind of spin this into a more positive aspect and like a really nice meaning behind this, saying that for really like young girls out there, and really for anybody out there, any young lady or woman or anything like that, this is a great song because it almost kind of says like, hey, you deserve to be treated like a princess. You deserve to be treated really like just really well in general when you're in a relationship. But remember that you don't need a man in your life to be able to make it. You can make it on your own, you know. Then that's really cool because I feel like a lot of times, you know, people kind of sometimes try to still perceive women as like, oh, a woman needs a man of the house and whatnot. And it's like, no, not necessarily. A woman is just as capable of being able to handle herself and be on her own. Now, of course, yes, there's a lot of people out there that say like, oh, well, you know, women have trouble maybe changing like a tire on a car, or maybe that's why they need a man for that or whatnot. Or women don't understand how cars work, so they need their mechanic there for them and whatnot. Any of these jobs that might be considered like men jobs are like, you know, a woman can't do it. But it's like, I've seen many women work as a mechanic and know her shit well. I've seen women working in construction. So again, you can try to have society kind of put that on you all you want. But in the long run, as much as you deserve to be treated like a princess in a relationship, you don't necessarily need that man, though, to basically tell you what to do and basically be there for you to do everything for you. Like, it's like you gotta find that happy balance of like, he should be able to do things for you because he wants to, but if he's not there, you can still do it on your own. And that's awesome. That's a really cool message that comes out of, you know, a song that's really supposed to be kind of like, you know, cutesy in a way, like, hey, treat me like a princess, I want to be spoiled kind of thing, but also saying like, but at the same time, I don't really need you if I don't need you. So that's cool. I like that. The whole crowd is singing. It's amazing. I love it. Oh shit, yes! Oh, ending with the pose too. Wow. That is so cool. I just love this. This is honestly just so fascinating to me because when you look at the grand scheme of things, it goes beyond the fact that not only was Miku created through basically synthesizers and is basically considered a voice bank, not even a real singer, but the fact that we've gone beyond that to basically giving her an image and a character, if you will, to represent this voice bank, and then bringing that image, if you will, of her to life to perform on a stage. It's crazy how everything progresses to be even more and more impressive. Creating her voice through a voice bank, already impressive. Then you bring her to life through a character that people have come to admire and love. Awesome at the same time. So cool, too. But then, to top it off, then you bring her to life on stage for a crowd to freak out, sing along with her, and love every bit of it. Is amazing. Like, what? The whole Vocaloid universe to me is so, so cool. I love it. I just think this is just the coolest thing ever. And I think that I think it's an opportunity for me to geek out as the producer that I am, because at some point I want to dive into and see like how these songs are created, because of the fact that I want to see like, how is this like created? How do you create this voice bank and whatnot? How do you then take these different almost like voices, if you will, and put it together into making a full-length song in, whether it's Japanese, Chinese, or English, or Korean, or whatever. And it just transcends almost like the entire meaning of what music is. And it almost is a nice slap in the face to those people who say like, oh, well, electronic music is not real music. It's just you pushing buttons and blah, blah. It's like, I think that when it comes down to it, I think it's more impressive to see something like this being created than something like a band. And that's crazy for me to say, because I love my rock bands. I love alternative music. I love anything that has to do with bands and, whatnot, and live music. Like, I very much support that. I never want to see that go away. But at the same time, yes, it can take years to learn guitar or learn piano, become a great vocalist or whatnot. But I can't imagine the amount of work that goes into creating a voice bank to make a voice that doesn't really even exist, if you will, if that even makes sense, or if that's the way to even word it. It's so fascinating to me. I just loved pieces. You guys definitely told me that I should definitely watch a couple different videos about like, like the idea of how voice banks are created, or no, sorry, how Vocaloids work and the songs that are created, going into the history of Miku and how she was created and whatnot, and so on and so forth. I think I'm going to do those types of videos, but I think I'm going to maybe keep those videos separate from the channel because of the fact that they are not really music related. This is obviously supposed to be a channel about music and stuff like that. So maybe that might be something where if I record videos like that, maybe I post it for you guys to watch on my Patreon for free. So we can kind of, focus on the music aspect on this side, and then focus on maybe like some of like what I consider more of like, extras, if you will, onto the Patreon side. But, if you guys want me to post those reactions on this channel too, then let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that for you guys. But I definitely really want to dive into music though more than anything, because the songs are so good. But anyways, guys, with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel by clicking down below. I'm going to play some action playlist for Vocaloid songs and all that other stuff related to it over here, and check my recent reaction already over here. As always, thank you all so much for watching and showing the support, and I will see you all in next video. Alright guys, bye.